okayfm 101.7.
Na menya lawyer Godwin Eduzie Tamakaloe or ye aid mo mampanyi dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or sanso a private legal practitioner ewo ahoma no so a mene no ebetwetwe nkomo lawyer memoachi eba ade achie bi adwumadi so
mini aba no pa mejo so
yo na bibia bokode
obwadi adaro mo so na mu se nya de obeko heaven da
mu de ya kwame amo
kwame nya de obeko heaven
adentia
ana no pa de odi ya famu die opede o Only on one part of I bet you heaven gate.
Oh, I bet you heaven gate. Oh, why are so funzo? Me dance. Lawyer, me no bedin komo.
No pay your Beckham my tunes and pan. Or did name Rwanda.
Rwanda. I don't get Oba Kamanti chapter 1 verse 1.
No. My two asampa.
Atia sempa. Me dance. Assembly da Republic Press animo ha. Wadi omampanyi dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nimfonyi da ha no say Mahama reports Akufo Addo to Hungarian representative rep sanu atro no complaints about corruption. Na assembly na wunim fa ho.
Yo, once again, me share with you for you now. The akoba nyina no de say me say Ghana dia yene hungry. Ewo anyonkofa dated back to many years. Embrana or Sajpo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ewo. Ya keep our relationship na on Jemre P new ambassadors, any diplomats, omuba omemwa, omu looking for very prominent people in the country, particularly political leaders. Ebian so ahemfo ene keka ho na oma akose nipa no akotrom so maba duty post ewo maemu ha sei nti me ho ba be chew say me na me ABCD ewo maemu ha nti eno na ema Hungarian new ambassador ya wabai oh yes okay say ekase obako hu John Dramani Mahama na odino wa akotsel nti bebisa ekoso na enkomodiem issues bebre eba mountain when we say yekase Hungarian government afibia na omoma scholarship no nipano no akosu adia wa broche. In fact, when we say ya de nyina Hana Tete, former foreign affairs minister. So no.
Me pa cho minim ne pa.
Good. Ne papa efi senya eko hungry eko suade a student. Hono ku hu omo maame. Adisiamu anyonkofa mu na omode ware ye ene aye kesei amofra efisa ware nu yanya foreign affairs minister ediama of my trade minister ediama of my. In fact, as I speak to you, there's a current member of parliament or ne papa Ghana ni anema efi hungry. You know, the relationship through education, cooperation, among other things, had a lot of benefits at the amount of my. You can say about 100 students echo hungry almost every year. Echo kushing idea or no. In John Dramani Mahama echo so rare the government of Hungary say. Opportunities are omudema Ghana no omunkoso na omuma omeno more of these opportunities and also added to the government and him say look That's through the ambassador say. And ne ewo Ghana ha. It does appear say Ghana how yɛde ne nyinaa de abɔ COVID ɛne Russia Ukraine war ya ɛkɔ so no. It does appear sɛ aban ankasa deɛ ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔntake responsibility biara. It does look sɛ every problem either COVID or the war in Russia and Ukraine. Mrs. Ansamana Aja or the two the new Hungarian ambassador. Osama ambassador who said, look, you are banya in opposition or promises so much. Say Ghana for a two aba more they'll be fighting corruption. Na Oman Benukra, the Onukra, Jina Simpiso Kakra say Ghana for to mana obey using the ANAS principle in fighting corruption. And then you know who say, Seven, this talk na a campaign platform talk. In fact, nothing is going on. For a long time, to say Oman Peni ne Kasamu Bibre Krano, corruption and the fight against corruption is a Mukra and feature or the one line be not there to Naja no. Clearly showing say the determination by their buying so be fight a dream. Kita share any a home track a dam and a hono. Nina article because a buying kasa and ne editum say on one kasa and sa a neck deep into the issues of corruption. Into no commodity in our audit tool. Look, World Bank country director Jean Laporte Eddie Tujakra say as early as 2019 the signs were already on the wall. Say the economy was already challenged as a COVID crab by. First of all, so one can say through your own recklessness, your own mismanagement in the day economy na be do something pensui. Which mean can say be a basic dia a COVID. Sebi can say sika COVID e dia ba no. Anytime issue of this matter ba we don't see any animal MPP. They only talk about the negatives. Who say, as a result of COVID, World Bank formed almost $430 million. As a result of COVID, almost $250 million from the stabilization fund. So, and now, 1.2 billion, obviously with the exchange rate. So, and now, the free food, free electricity, free wind, stabilization fund, but for COVID, they don't have access to that money. Two, FE IMF or Rapid Credit Facility, $2 billion. And also that. And now, a buy as a call, Bank of Ghana. As a call, $10 billion Ghana city, sorry. $10 billion Ghana city. Into overall, by the time I covered in St. Baby, Nasika Abba Bango extra cry 33 billion Ghana cities. Oman Pinyama in the State of the Nation address, Finance Minister Ansama Soma spending close to 18 billion Ghana cities on COVID expenses. Can you imagine, sir? Recently, Dr. Mahmoud Bamiako delivered a lecture in Yesu Group. Or the figure now, table no says they spent 8 billion. Yeah, can say the NDC minority in parliament, Eddie Tuja say, almost say a pine, your man penny another than Akufo Addo. Sebe ya, on my special audit of COVID expenses. Sebe, politics near Naye. A bansika any idea mine, CM Fabu mine. COVID ebaye, sika bebre nebaye. So Ghana for say, consistent with your constitution, probity, accountability, transparency, no. Your special audit of the COVID fund. Sikana eba wense no. Your audit of it. Now Ghana for you know who say, so Kazi was spending 17 billion and no credit. Say was spending that amount of money. Very simple request. Yaka. She said, the year do say, I say in Ayanko Antwa. Yandua, Ebian. Because you can't be able to see in say, look, government, come out, do a special audit of our COVID expenses. Name who say, Sikana Yenya as a result of COVID, no. Expenditures are no. There is value for money for it. And also, abide that be. Sebe, if you have nothing hiding, why are you resisting an audit into the COVID expenses? Into Sansam no, na H. John Dramani Mahama, Ninkumudi ended the new Hungarian ambassador to Ghana, or the Twiga.
Open you be back as a far audit once a week and say Ghana and so ye wo or minor abijafua or more audit or minor account a brano or Modeba Public Accounts Committee a name penny for ma or monso so eshe. Enti say a bind pomo request say on farmage by all means or minor ye beye ana.
A very important question. One who say, O my mua, ya wo mrabi a Fiscal Responsibility Act. So Fiscal Responsibility Act, no. It says, any idea a banker also won't spend it in terms of budget deficits beyond 5%. So because of COVID, a bank called Parliament, Parliament and relax it and run more so that they can spend beyond the 5%. So these are extraordinary matters. But what I said, these are extraordinary matters. In the instrument, we get answer Auditor General reports, Ebeba, answer Public Accounts Committee, answer Kokanwansen. In fact, the Auditor General has the powers to even conduct a special audit. In fact, it was that special audit now of COVID in a dome level, a year so we are toward the 2020 election. Then quickly, now someone for and be also and you know in future mom in the name say we are reaching a retirement age. At the time, Oman Penny, I can say dome level because we're this 60 years now. Now the same Oman Penny appointed the new executive director of Yoko. EOCU. And Papa did 77 years. So you cannot in one breath say, Obi the 60 years, Uncle Fee. Now would the same person appoint you be, I waited 77 years. Recently, in Omoma, police DCOP, Mametiwa, Adodankwa, I could take you over from the man. Until then, you was over 70 years. I know who did that office. Where is the justification? It's simply because Dumlevo said, Obabe special audit of the COVID expenses towards the 2020 election. And government officials got panicked. Just as I report, if they do anything like that towards the election, Asemeba Mayamuha. So the Inaya saying and they said, look, Abain, yes, any deal. if you have nothing to hide, allow for a special audit into the over 17 billion also was spent on COVID-19. If it will, in fact, it will even exonerate the government. It will even make the government look good. Unless, of course, there's something that we don't know. And we have no doubt at all, say, the revelations if a special audit is done will be something else. Because it will interest you to know, say, we shall cover the expenses. At a point where they are bankrupt, say, almost spend 600 million Ghana cedis. That's $100 million there in the reopening of secondary schools. Okay, so towards the election 2020, almost forcing my secondary schools in Mofra go back to school in the name of say they have to go and register. So guys are conversation, register for the 2020 election, the new register now, and that almost using 600 million Ghana cedis. In order some of the better nose mask, PPEs, Veronica buckets, Ediama, those secondary schools. And one same woman in an say, San your money in the claim say, Omuto, those hand sanitizers, Veronica buckets, and you can go on crying. Which companies? What was the mode of procurement? Single source, competitive, restricted tendering, and also to one year across my this buckets, my this. So, and no NIH so let's go through this process. Minority say let's have these monies accounted for. If you have nothing to hide, it should be the easiest thing to do. It's a very simple thing.
Lawyer, Mamimra, what can be about corruption? But Mamimra story be the publisher, and so Ediaba Efa, Honorable Albert Kandapa, Nasembia or dear to Jana, also a lawyer ninti, any home Komoka crowd, delayed, bias, justice, security threats. And Honorable Kandapa, I can't find. We a lawyer, ni what you some way I want to say.
Yo, only a lawyer for your assembly, American. Yes, justice delayed is justice denied. But also, what is assembly?
Yatia.
Good. You another one, so I can say justice must also not be rushed. Won't mean can say in the name of justice. Now you rush the process. So you always have to strike a balance. If you are assembly court, a better court, you see assistants now they are two in place now. A Buama case is crown. It's me in them. And can't it? And now to move the case back on. It's me that court. In fact, there was a particular case. A Dawama, almost 40 years. And so, Mahama, Georgina Wood, and Robert Chief Justice. Or insisted, say, finality must be brought to that particular case. It's a maybe San Yomano, it's me then, Ecoso. The most important thing, and they say, Oshe and Sama, the Minister of National Security, and the Atujana, the Akubana, and they say, it appears, and that's what the last time I said, the Ghana, if there's any one individual or access to the latest security briefing, the latest security situation in this country, Ura Kandapa. Because Onokwana, Onya almost daily security briefing. New York is quite a national security dynamo. So that's the kind of knowledge of it appears in recent times he has been making some comments bordering on the things that are going on within the judiciary. In fact, and always the critical issues are okay. Or can say if the interpretation of the law is tilted so much in our favor. I hope so. Okay, answer no. And be brave. In fact, security experts, Benumukra, Bonting, Kwesi, no, first those, is it Abuaje or something? Omuna, Ebeka, once say, in Sembla, Papana Cano, in fact, your son, to Nintian was superb. Ninja Quanya, the bit media, Asabi, the situation. And I've always maintained this. The kind of democracy usually the executive is tainted with partisanship. Legislature tainted with partisanship. The only salvation are your war, the judiciary. It is said. So judiciary knowing so perception say it be one or two things are equal, and you're correct, our democracy will be gone forever. It's mama yen find a kwanya, you beat me, and they are guided jealously the independence, the neutrality, the impartiality of the judiciary. It is the only way to protect democracy. When we say Ghana a democracy, a man be brave. For over 30, almost getting to 30 years, right? Consistently, we are using democratic processes. And they are yet changing government. If you are a democracy, now even if America for almost jealousy. Almost jealousy, a democracy, papa. It is in some say, Mama Yinina, Yin was superb. Sebe, Obi the second apa. I'm not sure, say, he wishes ill for this government. That be. But it be who say, the Ekikan Kono, Yanshi ya, at the assembly. In a oboy na koko. So for me, it is more like caution rather than condemnation. In the infant was superb.
Lawyer, Medasi.
Yo. Enjoy your weekend.
Yo, yes, Medasi. Lawyer Godwin Eduzie Tamakaloe, where aid Edema Omampenyi Dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
OKFM 101.7.